An Uber driver gave a woman a 400-mile ride to ensure she could attend her aunt's 100th birthday party.
Xbox, Twitter, Uber, Postmates, Netflix, MoviePass, Google, Facebook, eBay,
DoorDash,
Apple, Amazon, Airbnb,
The Apptrepreneur. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and I know that this channel has like a reputation for being overly negative sometimes. There's just so much wrong with the Uber and Lyft and gig economy world, the pay models. We were just talking about it with DoorDash. That it's pretty hard not to be a little cynical about this whole company. I sometimes even wake up on days and wonder, was rideshare in general a mistake? I mean, yeah, it's more convenient. We've revolutionized transportation. But then you read about the low wages, the tip theft. You read about the traffic increases, the congestion. My goodness, the LA traffic has gotten so much worse the more Uber and Lyft become popular. And you just start to wonder, was this a mistake? Was this just a mistake? You see the side effects of it, and you find yourself just getting a little cynical. And yet, you have stories like the one we're about to talk right now, where you see some truly positive things that come from rideshare, and it's good to take a step back once in a while and acknowledge it. Like this article from Good Morning America. My goodness, we have never, ever read a story from Good Morning America on this channel in the 3+ years I've been doing this channel. At least to my knowledge, we've never. Because how many of these heartwarming stories do you truly read? We're always hearing about, attacks and assaults on Uber drivers and passengers, but this is a genuine nice story. Uber driver gave woman 400-mile ride to her aunt's 100th birthday party. So let's look at this. A woman recently took to Twitter to publicly thank an Uber driver who traveled great lengths so she wouldn't miss her relative's 100th birthday celebration. Carrie Maggard tweeted a shout out to the driver named Jesus, who, although it's actually his name's Jesus, but we call it Jesus, which actually seems really appropriate considering the story, who picked her up at Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport and drove 400 miles to her aunt's birthday party. Maggard, who's a resident of Lafayette, Louisiana, was riding with her sister, Deb Edgars, who lives in San Antonio, Texas. The entire family was getting together to celebrate Anne Stavon reaching centenarian status. But Maggard and Edgars missed their connecting flight and had to call an Uber, not thinking anyone from the ride service app would agree to make the 400-mile hike to the Minnesota nursing home where the party was being held. And here's the tweet. When your aunt turns 100, weather causes you to miss the connecting flight and no rental cars in the entire city of Minneapolis, you get creative. My sister and I requested Uber for a 4-hour drive, and look who answered our plea. Jesus saves. God has sense of humor. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah, and he did this whole trip, and he only has like a 4.93. If anyone deserves a 5-star rating, it's Jesus here. When he arrived, I said, it's almost 4 hours away. Is that okay? I explained we were trying to get to my aunt's birthday party. Maggard told Good Morning America. He paused and said, I'm a driver. That's what I do, and I will take you. He was extremely sweet. It's really a testimony to the kindness of people, she said. And here's a picture of the family at the nursing home. Maggard, who tipped Jesus, I'm going to say Jesus, I'm sorry, 54, no, I'm going to say Jesus, I think that seems appropriate, $54.07 for the $216 or $30 trip. Okay, look, I'm not criticizing the woman at all, I really am not, but a 400-mile trip, that's $216. Boy, what a way to put a damper on a good story right there. But hey, let's try to stay positive. Shared screenshots after her July 20th ride, writing on Twitter. Oh, okay, well, we went over that before. So you rode with Jesus. Jesus is known for excellent service. So I'm kind of amazed she didn't block any of this out, but So what's really sad about this is that I'm betting you this was probably about a $500. Well, no, this is actually worse now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, this is worse. She hasn't reconnected with Jesus, but spoke with his daughter-in-law via Facebook, who said Maggard's story epitomizes the sweet man that he is. Maggard said she had a great time with Aunt Anne, who was born July 23rd, 1990. So Stevon was married 56 years to the late Herb Stevon, whom she shares 2 sons. Aunt Anne is just as sharp and sweet and witty as she can be. She was thrilled when we walked in and asked about her adventure. So this is an overall sweet, sweet story. Here's where it gets to be. See, I understand this is not California. Gas prices and things are definitely a lot lower where they were in Minnesota. But only $216 for a 400-mile ride. That's just a little over 50 cents a mile. Now, granted, she tipped generously. She tipped like, oh god, at least a third of what the trip costs. So she's a good person. He's a very good person. This whole situation does warm my heart. Now, it's funny because I was actually going to I told someone on Facebook that I was going to start reading the articles before I started making videos. But I decided with this so I could fully understand what the article was before we started talking about it. I decided not to do it for this one because it didn't seem like I'd have a whole lot to say about it other than good things. But now that I see the total, it's like now this guy should have gotten a lot more. He should have gotten a heck of a lot more. Not from her as a tip. Again, she's a good person, but Uber's fares are so low that this is what she paid. And here's what's probably worse. You know Uber's taking at least a third of that $200. Like he's probably let's say they're being generous. He's probably getting about 150 of that subtotal. And if Uber's actually taking 50%, which they have done before, he's making like $100. I would really be interested to know how much money he got from the fare. Because $216 seems too low for a 400-mile drive. And he got less than that. I mean, I actually kind of wish, and maybe this is like kind of my plea, if somebody knows who this person is, can we get in contact with that person? Because I would like to do like a live stream fundraiser or something for him to get him more money for this. Because look, this guy actually, I mean, just look at these pictures. Thanks to this guy, this woman was able to go to her aunt's 100th birthday party. This is a milestone many family members, and I believe myself, will never actually achieve in life. I have never been to a 100th birthday party. We got close. My grandma died when she was 98. So we almost got to celebrate her 100th birthday party. Didn't quite make it though. And this is a very special occasion, and this driver did such a good thing. And when you see stories like this, it's what makes you go like, Uber wasn't a mistake. It does genuine good in people's lives. But then you have this ugly side. This was the reward. This wasn't even the reward. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we found out what he made was half of this. And yet, this was the cost. This guy did not make any money on this ride. He definitely did this out of the goodness of his own heart. We typically call that charity. Now, here's the thing with charity. It is, of course, generous. That's why it's called charity. It's a very generous thing to do, and what this man did was generous. He should be compensated for that, though. So if anyone knows who this man is and can find a way to put me into contact with him, I would like to find a way to get him more money for this ride, because he did a very, very good thing for these people. And again, this is not This is no way, shape, or form supposed to look down upon this woman. She is also a nice woman. She did what she had to do to get there, and she gave generously. She gave generously. Like, this is someone who probably does not realize that potentially half of that fare does not go to the driver. This is just something from my experience I'm picking up. So I would like to do more for him for helping her out. So if anyone knows who this guy is, this Jesus fellow. If anyone knows who he is, maybe he has like a PayPal account or something. I would love to do like a little fundraiser for him of some sort. Get him another few $100s if possible. And I would like to give him some money myself for doing this wonderful thing. So if anybody knows who this person is and how to contact below. If not, like, favorite, share the video, share it with your friends, get this going viral. Maybe we can find this guy and we can get him some more money, because you know what? Several months ago, there was that situation with Papa Sean, who was berated by the Lyft passenger and was unfairly deactivated for basically taking abuse. And he got thousands of dollars for that because it was unjustified. Wouldn't it be great if we could get this guy thousands of dollars for an act of genuine kindness? Let's make this go viral. Let's make it happen, please. So like, favorite, share, subscribe. Well, actually, the subscribe part isn't really important to this. So yeah, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but share the video and help us find this guy so that we can give him something a little bit more. Not like addresses and stuff. Please don't dox him. Like maybe an email address or something. Like something we can do. I wanted to do something for him, but I don't want us to break the law either. So let's make that absolutely clear. So let's share the video. Let's get the word out. Let's see if we can do something for this guy. And I'm so happy you were able to go to your aunt's birthday party. And to Uber, he's not making this money. Shame on you. Okay, everyone. Let's see if we can't help get this guy. Let's see if we can't help repay this guy's generosity. Flame responsibly. Share the video.